Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. Thetimix here. We're continuing the Unknown Benefactor challenge. And we are in the 4th race out of 8 of that one now. So this is going to get us to the halfway point. And after the first 3, we've established a lead. A solid lead, but definitely not by any means an invincible lead. 22 points over Scuderia Rossini, 26 over Steinman and Panther, Boa Esperanca fading now. But we want to obviously keep the car as strong as we can. I feel like we've slightly improved it overall. And just keep knocking out whoever the key competition is. Whoever's doing well from among those 3 rivals, that's who we're going to deal with. So let's check our mail real quick. Gazzetta de Motori. What do we have? Front wing holding the team back. Yeah. I'm not really sure what the appropriate... I'm just going to do the HQ investment. I don't really care that much. Ramen, not that happy with me, but oh well, deal with it. Okay, there's our car repairs. And in Vancouver, we're looking at the suspension and the rear wing primarily. So I can pull the engine and off for now. Let's get the suspension up there. Or that's already full. Okay, let's just worry about the rear wing. Now, from a reliability standpoint, definitely want to try to max everything out. Whoops. Let's pull that off there. What I want to get is, I'd like to get that gearbox, and then we've got another one coming in, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we've got another one that's going to be built. But let's max out, because these are like right at 100%, but it doesn't want to give them that last little bit. So that should be extremely quick to max all of those out. Yep, reliability work complete in less than a day. Okay, so now suspension's perfect, rear wing's perfect. I don't need that suspension down there. I just need this gearbox and those 2 front wings to get us to 100 across the board. It says we'll be able to get that before the race. But the front wings, I'll probably change some of this once we get that other gearbox in place. Let's see how much we can improve this. Then we'll switch it around, because we're not going to get both gearboxes up all the way. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that new gearbox ready in time to max it out. So I don't want to fiddle with that a bit. But neither one of them are key parts for this race, so it's okay if we end up a little bit low on the new gearboxes or whatever. I think we just want to ride along here. And there's our new gearbox. Happy that we're in first when we're supposed to be second. 35 laps, over 3 miles. Some chance of rain, but that says no, so I don't think we're going to get them. Ultra soft, super, and soft. Lots of tire wear. And Maria Gonzalez wants a new rear wing. Too bad. Gearbox finished. Okay, so let's put that in place. And let's definitely have our 2 drivers work with these now. Okay, where are we at? 96, 96, 85. So first of all, let's put that new gearbox on there. and just see how much I can crank that up by itself. And then once it gets close, maybe we throw the others on. Again, continuing to work on the rear wing with our tiny little bit of performance boost. The HQ, we're going to get the design center soon. And then what is the other part that I wanted? Because we did the gearbox. And I think it was the rear wing. Or front wing. It'd be one of the two. Let me double check the calendar. It wouldn't hurt to get an upgraded, because Vancouver's not going to happen. Singapore? Yeah, rear wing is crucial for the last two races. That's what I was thinking. Okay. If it's not what I was thinking, it's what I probably should have been thinking. But I think it was. So, we'll just do that one there to start. And see what kind of rear wing we can get in place for those. So if you look at our new gearbox, it's considered average at the moment. We're still definitely below things with that's 7th, and this is still 10th. We do have the number 4 suspension. That's near the top. The engine is still 3rd. That's not bad at all either. Gearbox 6th. Brakes 6th. So mostly pretty average. Overall 5th. But we were down a little more. We're down close to that median line. So now we have poked above that at least. Take a look at our email preview. Steinman expected to do well. Pascal Becker should walk away with the top prize. And Fabio Torino also agrees with that. Surikov says a podium finish is doable for Panther. Vancouver is one of his favorite tracks on the circuit. And let's check in here. Yeah, this is only up to 50%. With 2 days to go. We may not be using that part. Let's see what it looks like race day. Got it up to 74, which is close enough. Close enough. I'm going to stick with it. Leave it on there. Okay. Middling sponsor goal as usual. It's going to be 18 degrees for this race, which I think would indicate super softs. I don't see softs being of huge use here. I'm going to go 5, 3, and 1 again. I could go 6 and 2. I don't think we need that many ultras. I just don't care. In the final analysis, I don't care that much about qualifying. We're probably going to be looking at ultras to start, and then a couple stints of super soft. I mean, that's what I'm banking on here. So 8th and 11th, we've been better than that. We've been worse than that. Should be decent. And again, we've got the rear wing and the suspension. Once again, we've got a crucial part that we just suck at. So okay, let's see what we've got going on. Of course, we're going to have Gonzalez and Allo in the cars as always. Gearbox we can take down to 65 because of the lower red zone, so that's nice. And I think we're going to be set here except for... Yeah, let's boost that back up. But 85, 85, and then 75 or higher. So 360 for Caro Allo and 315 for Gonzalez. Cora Allo, I should say. But definitely more weight stripping, and we should be all the way there finally after this race for the next one in terms of getting our reliability maxed out. Okay, we definitely don't want softs. Let's go with ultras to get our qualifying run out of the way beginning. That should work for number 1. What about Gonzalez in car number 2? Pretty similar, it looks like. Slightly high downforce. And we're looking at a little bit of understeer and a little bit of acceleration boost. Allo looking decent. Gonzalez pretty darn good, actually, for the day's frivolities. And here comes Vancouver. Most of the cars out on softs, which I think is a mistake. I just don't see a good reason to use them on this track. Super softs might be just a bit hot for race day, but I still think we're going to want the speed. Softs would envision fewer stops, but maybe I'm just wrong about where the temperature is going to hit. But I think softs would be probably better if it was like 20 degrees flat, not 18. So, and I didn't check what I was doing here in terms of my qualifying and racing, so that was an error. Nice little 180 there near the beginning. Allo is happy with the gearing. Speed, acceleration, balance. Alright, so is Gonzalez. So we'll obviously stick with that right where it is. We'll just keep rolling around the track since everybody's pretty happy. Now ultras, yeah, ultras are holding really steady at 16. Which would seem to lend weight to the idea that at 18 super softs are the best tire. And there we go, minute 22, so very average length track here. And Allo also happy with the downforce, so the handling is the only thing that she really should have anything with a reason to complain about it. Gonzalez wants more downforce. We'll have another lap to think about it, since she told us right after the point where we need to bring her in, 82%. Okay, so our speed and our downforce aren't that great. Which way do we want to go on the handling? And I'm going to guess with the oversteer. We'll go a little bit more acceleration. A little bit more on the downforce. Then we'll just wait. Whoops, that's not going to be enough. Let's try 6.9, and then we'll just wait and see how that turns out. Go max qualifying. Stick with your ultras. We'll have Gonzalez come in and switch to the Super Softs. Still most cars out on soft tires. I do continue to believe they are going to regret that. Not quite as good of the initial setup attempt here. Stick with the race trim, switch to Super Softs. Let's go maybe to 7.2. 7.3. If we're guessing wrong, I'm guessing wrong with both drivers the same way. Well, you're at poor here. I really think you're going to want understeer, so maybe not. Yeah, something like that. And then I'll try the top speed side. Just to mix things up a bit, I guess. Speed through this a bit. Allo liking at least the downforce adjustment. And driving very well. But now says, you know, I don't like the handling. Or the speed adjustment for that matter. Okay. So we definitely went the wrong way on those. Ugh. With the downforce on the nose though. 82 to 67%. Oops. Stick out on those for now. Till we max it. And yeah, so let's just check steering first. The handling was okay, and then very poor. So we want to go on the understeer end. And then good to poor, so we want more on the speed end there. Let's try that. And that. Just see how that works. So we got temperature dropping on the Super Softs at 16 degrees, but at 18, they'll be keeping a little bit warmer. Alright, slow down. See where we're at. And yeah, we're going to want to bring Allo in again to switch to supers. We're at level 2 on qualifying, almost there on the race. So we'll stick with the qualifying until we hit that. I said we'll stick with the qualifying. Okay. Up to 93%. So, okay. And good. So I think we want to bring down this way. And then good. And great. Probably want to bring that down just a hair as well. So, nope. There. And then probably something like that. I'd like this to be a bit higher, but let's just run with it for now. Might be a little close on getting our trims, but I think we're going to make it. Gonzalez is now going to come in. Very close. Just need to adjust that speed a hair more. 97%. We'll leave the other two exactly where they are. And we are at great and great. So like in between on the speed, if we can get it, just a little bit more acceleration. Let's try that. Race trim the same, tires the same, so we're not going to change much. Which will get us back out there boosting that race trim. Okay, level 2 across the board. Now we just need to hit level 3 in the last almost 5 minutes. Level 2 qualifying. I don't see any way that we don't make the race trim, so let's just keep running it. Yep. Hitting them all with a minute and a half to go. We could work a bit on softs, no real reason. And Aloe will just hang out in here. Almost there, too. A bit worse than we've been doing in practice. Not bad at all, though. So now we'll have to see how close our setup is and whether Costa can crank out some good qualifying times. Some very not nice words for Nina Holtz from one of the fans, and they're gutted by our showing, so is Maria Gonzalez. See if we can improve in qualifying, and I expect that we will. And you know what? I didn't do the extra 10% weight stripping for Gonzalez that I've been doing. So let me knock that out. because of that nurse ability she has. I forgot to do that. Doesn't matter for practice, but it matters at this point. So, that'll help. Okay, so what do we want to do for qualifying? Super overtake and qualifying, of course, for Costa. Ultra soft and qualifying for Gonzalez. And neither car quite there on the setup. It's looking like it's dry. We're going to get better weather, so let's see if we can make some adjustments and fix this. 98% is close. I want to keep everything where it is except for the handling. Okay. Very poor. And good. That was good and great. So I think maybe just a little bit more on the understeer side. I just want to try that. See how close that is to being right. Of course, let's use the same tires from before. And then this one, we're at 97% again. And what did we throw off? Because this was the handling. Okay, I want the handling just a tad more on the understeer. And then that was great. And that was great. And that's great. A little more top speed, a little more understeer. So I think, nope, not that way, the other way. That might be perfect. It might very well hit it right on the nose. Let's give that a shot. The first thing we want to do, of course, is just try to do a start and stop. Both drivers. And get ourselves a reading. Costa 9.0, Gonzalez 8.1. That's a good sign. Still not there. 99%, but the handling isn't right. You know what? At 99%, I'm not going to bother tweaking it. What's the chance I can even get to 100? How much difference is it going to make? We're in a comfortable position in the championship, etc. So you're just going to stay right there, and you're going to go out and take your run. %, all excellence. Cool. You go out and take your run. So let's take a look at what we're going to get. And of course, we could be faster later. But to be in the top 15, it really shouldn't matter. I still should have waited, though, and done that. But alright, let's see how Costa does first. Just a hair behind Becker's pace at the beginning. So we've got some sub 120 times here. Loses another 10th. Form up to 9.3. He finishes third. Well off of Becker and Wexler, but ahead of everybody else. Gonzalez only in 10th, but 6/10 ahead of Holtz. So I think we should be safe there. We only need to get top 15 and we should make it. Definitely want to time out when I go out much better in the next one. But being back at double 99% on the setup, that shouldn't be an issue. So we've slipped to 12th, but still comfortably moving on. Pascal Becker and Dieter Wexler definitely looking like the front runners so far. None of the key teams having anybody that drops out, so let's just keep rolling along. Another good weather for the second session. Now taking a look at our tires, I think again we want to have one for this round and then two for the next round optimally. So I think that means I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till about halfway through, because at that point we should have a maximum grip, and if we don't have it then I'll wait longer. I'll just go to the maximum warp. And as usual, the estimated grip rising is not going quite as fast as we would anticipate, but it's getting there. Should be good to go out at about 4 minutes. Yeah, that should work out fine. Not a lot of people out there right now. So here we go. Qualifying session 2, trying to make our mark. And Gonzalez, it is a bit of a question whether Gonzalez makes it in the top 10. Slow things down here. Finished 12th on the first session, but we were out early. And was 8th, I believe, last race, both attempts. And look at Costa at 9.7. And still 0.3 seconds behind Becker. Yikes. Tell me that's the best you can do. Could finish 3rd here. Or 4th. 5th. Just behind Saarinen. Not impressed with that, to be honest. Although Costa is, so. Gonzalez 7th. So we easily make the final session of qualifying. That's really all I was looking for. But Becker just blazing in that first segment of the race, obviously. Costa not nearly as competitive as he was in the first session. And who drops out? Once again, nobody important. You see Steinman and Scuderia taking the top 4. Then we're in 5th and 8th. Panther 6th and 9th. Boa 7th and 10th. Top 5 teams are the only ones who have racers left. So let's see who can win it on the final day. Final session. Good weather once again. Okay, so I think I want to wait a bit, go out, and then come back. Question is, how long can I afford to wait since I want to get in 2 runs at this? And I think I'm going to wait and go out about 9 minutes for the first one. My math is right. That should leave us plenty of time. Both drivers again with very strong form. 9 and 8. So that, if that carries over at all into the race, we're going to be very happy. Becker not quite as fast as earlier, but still very good. The track still quite fast. All of those things working. So far, only Becker coming close to Wexler's... Oh, actually, yeah, Wexler taking first, not Becker. But, dang it, slow down. There we go. Caught myself looking at the times instead of concentrating on my temperatures. Okay, yeah, Wexler way ahead, then Becker, and then there's a significant gap. We're going to be the last ones to record our first time. And Costa, again, quarter second behind in that first session, despite driving with great form and the super overtake. Typically loses almost 2 more tenths in that second. Yeah. Not happy with it. Again, finishing 5th. So Costa's ability to hang with the leaders has definitely diminished. There's no question about that. Just over a second. So 5th and 8th. And that's our second time being at 5th and 8th. I think we can definitely wait till about 2 minutes to go out for our last set. We don't have to wait that long. I don't see a reason not to, though. Vidal, for some weird reason, using super softs. This does seem to be our weakest so far, though, in terms of being competitive in qualifying. Alright, Costa, let's see if you can do anything better. Boy, I don't know if I'm actually going to get Gonzalez out for a second try. It's going to be close, and I don't think so. I don't think she's going to make it. I think I waited just a little bit too long there. Costa will. Gonzalez is close enough with DeGraff just ahead and Sharp just behind, but I could end up paying for that. And she's going to make it with about 5 seconds to go. Okay. There's Wexler getting even faster. Costa still in 5th. Gonzalez going slower than the first time. Yep. And stuck in 9th behind DeGraff as Sharp improved. So 5th and 9th. Not impressive. Not impressive at all. So Windsor will never hold a candle to Van Dort. True, but they're at the bottom of the pack there. Wexler and Surikov pretty happy. And let's see. Now, I mean, that's our weakest qualifying so far, weakest practice. So it just looks like Vancouver's not going to be a good track for us. Even more so than Phoenix was not last time. See what we can do and if we can still pull out a competitive race on Sunday. Okay, what are we going to do? I think we're going to do with the Super Softs and Super Overtake, worth considering, but I'm going to go away from it. Super Softs and Race Trim. I wouldn't be using it for long enough. I'd only be using it for up to maybe the first 2 laps. And no. That's not what we're doing here. We're doing nurse. And do we want to extend the tires? I don't think so. I think we want to go with race trim. And the reason I don't think so, let's go through this, is that these tires, okay, say maybe we get a dozen laps out of them. I plan on these and 2 supers. It's only 35 lap race. I can see a lot of cars going with 1 ultra and a soft. So that could hurt us. But if we do an ultra and 2 supers, I don't want to get longer times out of the supers. I just want to get more performance. So that's what I'm going with in this case. And I think I'm looking at 2 laps here, 3 for Gonzalez. And let's check out the form. 6 and 5 in the front row, 7 and 5 in the second row. We've got a 10 for Costa. Nice. And back in row 5, Gonzalez has a 7, so we can't argue with how well the drivers are doing. Let's see how good of a start Costa gets off to. Nope. Fairly slow start, decent for Gonzalez at best. Yuck. Costa barely holding off the pack here. And now maybe not even doing that. 8th and 11th. It is not a good day for Van Dort. At least not at the beginning. Let's just wait and see what happens. We're going to get a chance to knock a couple drivers out as always. But not particularly exciting. There's a nice little stretch from Costa. And given that we're going to go with 2 stops, we definitely want to burn the tires. So Costa fighting 6th and 7th. We've got DeGraff and Vidal bracketing us, and it's not good that we're having to compete with them. Gonzalez, meanwhile, back in 11th, clearly the worst car, not on soft tires. So yeah, it looks like our crappy rear wings perhaps really hurting us here. We'll neutral this out. Actually, no, let's stay with push on the tires. See, what kind of tire temp we looking at? 17, maybe 18? Well, no, they're actually going to heat up just fine. Yeah, neutral is what I should have done. 7th, now 8th and 11th. So we're definitely struggling. You can see Steinman running away with it. Of course, we're going to want to wait until close to our second stop to make the call on who to take out, but I mean, Costa just struggling to even stay in the top 10. Gonzalez a little bit behind. This is rough. This is rough at the beginning. It is looking like a tough day for Van Dort. We haven't had one yet. It felt like at worst we were equal to the other teams. Probably not the case here today. Now we're 10th and 11th. Right smack dab in the middle of the field. Only a single point. It looks like maybe I could have used another lap of fuel. And you know what? I probably should have used... I'm starting to trying to figure out where to use it, but I'm going to go with a speed burst here for Costa to try to get by. Well, I got into competition. I didn't get by. And where does Gonzalez even use it being behind Costa? I do not know. Because I don't need any extra to stay up with, so that speed burst didn't do Costa any good. Alright, shoot, try to get by, Gonzalez. And she does. Might not stay there, but Costa is driving great in theory, but not doing anything with it. Gonzalez seems to be doing better, so what the heck. But pretty soon we're back to the same thing, fighting for 10th and 11th. Pulling away from the cars on soft tires. But all of these up here are beating us. I'm going to go ahead and let the tires fry, leave them on neutral. I don't want to fade back any more than I already have. They're a little bit into the red zone. See how much we're going to get from these tires. Yeah, we could definitely do it on softs. Boy. Super softs, 27 to 29. Okay. I think I want to go with one stop. Given that kind of length. Let's go conserve. Leg these out a little more, then switch to super softs. And Lipinen, clearly the fastest driver. Let's get rid of Lipinen. I would like to take out the next best driver, which is probably Wexler. Yeah, one Steinman, one Scuderia. And then Sharp and Surkov going to do really well for Panther. But I can't sabotage all three of them at once. So we're going to go with that. So there's Wexler's crash. Alright, switch to neutral on the tires. And there's Lippinen. And now we're racing with everybody else that's still left out there. So Panther wins, and we're about even with everybody else. Panther would actually take the lead over us, but looks like if anything we would gain or stay even on the rest of the field. Would still be a little bit of a negative for us overall if we don't make any further gains from this. Yeah, hoping we can still pick up some spots somewhere. And I want to get to 12th, I think. Costa? Boost yourself. Oh, I boosted the wrong driver. Whatever. Let's use Gonzalez's energy as well. So we're now in 7th and 8th, which isn't going to do us any favors. Panther probably doesn't do quite that good. I don't see them beating Becker. Yeah, our cars are right next to each other, which is a problem. Let's go super softs with Gonzalez. Costa, go conserve. Gonna have to keep you out one more lap, which I didn't think about. And then we'll go in for super softs. Back out in 17th. Not super impressive. A lot of cars haven't come in yet, though. Not at all sure where this race is going to end up. But it's not looking good for us. I think I was slightly off on the fuel. Would not have made a huge difference. I think just the weakness of our car is showing up more on this track than it has on the past ones. So 16th and 17th. Okay. Doggone it. Come on, get by. Get by, Gonzalez. I'm pushing. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm pushing. It's just this whole spending time in traffic thing. Nope, not doing it. Here goes Costa. Very good. Okay. We made our passes there. It's one spot up further in the field. Moreno's next and is on nothing tires. Only 4.5 for Gonzalez. 8.4 for Costa. Should be able to get by Moreno very easily. Yep, going into the pits. And we're now 13th and 14th. And we've got a few seconds ahead of us in the field. Surkov pulling away, really? Or maybe holding about the same. In any case, I think we just kind of want to ride this out. Surkov now making the pass on Schmidt. And we're making that catch up pretty quickly. Okay, so we're catching up to really what is the pack here. We're going to want to make... Oh boy, Costa having trouble. Holding off the doll. Okay, go, 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 speed, go. Do something useful. No? Not going to do that? Well, that sucks. Costa, why do you suck today? Halfway through the race, and we're nowhere near the points. A number of drivers have not come in yet, though. And Gonzalez is up to 5-9. Use the speed here, see if we can do something on this straightaway. Oh, come on. Yeah, that I didn't need. Stacking up. There goes Vidal. We're just going to have to wait a bit here now. Boy, what a mess. Look at Costa, now going back to be 13th, and yeah, we got by Vidal. Come on. Not quite. Come on, Costa. You can do it. You have to do it. Yeah, I've just got to go high on both drivers. I just can't sit here. We're going to lose way too much time doing this. Okay, Costa's pulled ahead. Where's Gonzalez at? Right behind. I don't care so much about Vidal, but we can't sit here behind Schmidt. Okay, there we go. I think. Yeah, switch to medium. Go, go, go. Speed burst, go. Can't afford to push much here. We gotta hope the parts survive. Okay, there's a pass. We've got to get through these cars. Yeah. Can't afford to push on the tires, so I've got to do it with the engine and hope the parts survive. I just gotta do it here during this next few laps. I'll try to not be constantly slowed down here. Gonzalez battling. Costa chasing on Modi, 8th and 9th position here. Gets by. Switch back to medium for now there. No. For Costa, not Gonzalez. I'm switching the wrong driver. I need Gonzalez to make that pass as well. Although we're almost getting iffy on fuel. I better switch back. What would 7th and 9th give us? Well, just enough for the race lead, as it turns out, or the championship lead. Like, we would lose points in the championship, but still lead it. I don't like that, but it wouldn't be a disaster. Flores is going to be dropping to the pit row soon. Becker's going to have to pit again too for the race leader up there. Burned those tires too much. Okay, so now we're up to 6th and 8th. That's better. It's still not good. Like, we gained against Scuderi Rossini, but lose against the other two. It's still not quite good enough for a break-even race. Eight laps to go. And Costa... You know what? I'm going to push here. Gonzalez has a little bit to give as well. And yeah, I'd like to get by Modi, who is not particularly speedy. Okay, never mind. Go ahead and do that thing. You're still not catching Costa. Trying to give an effort at getting up there by de Graaf, and Becker pitting doesn't help us because he's not going to fall down this far. Sharp, de Graaf. I mean, de Graaf is the closest, but probably still makes it on those tires. 34%? We'll see. Don't do that, Maria. That's Vidal. And Modi's going to go in and give us that spot. Yeah, we're just losing ground to DeGraff. Might as well back off. Gonzalez in 8th as Maudi's out of the way, but Vidal is still there. Where's DeGraff on the tires? A few laps to go down to 27. I've got to think he comes in, and that gives us another spot. Sharp probably doesn't. 31 probably stays out there. That's really what we're hoping for at this point. I don't think there's anything else left to hope for. So 6th and 8th. Yeah, we lose like a bunch of points to Panther, maybe 10 or so to Steinman, and we gain several on Scuderia. So this is definitely a negative race for us if we don't get another position or two. Now Gonzalez struggling to hold off Saarinen, which doesn't make any sense. Saarinen probably going to have to come back in. Oh boy, I think I've burned too much fuel. Definitely going to have to go medium. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Saarinen's doing that, but 23 better have to come back in or we're in trouble. DeGraff 19%. Sharp 20%. I mean, who has to come in and who doesn't? That's the deal here. Engelhardt is retired. Okay. Farther back in the field doesn't affect us. Another car back there pitting. Go ahead and conserve. Gonzalez. Go and burn what you have. See if it'll get you anywhere. Best lap gets us right up behind. Okay, DeGraff pits. Looks like Sharp did as well. Costa up to fourth. Oh, right ahead. Okay. Go high and neutral. Try to stave off Sharp if you can. And yeah, burn that speed. 4th and 8th, that would be a thing. Okay, Gonzalez. There's not much left you can do. Nope, and you've got to go low just to try to finish the lap. Try to finish the lap. You might not even be able to. Costa trying to hold off Sharp, though. Oh, good job. Good job. I went for too much. And now I've got to back off. Come on, get to the finish. Get to the freaking finish line. Get there. Alright. 4th. 8th for Gonzalez. I can't argue with that. I couldn't have done any better. Thinking that gets us an even race. Not a great race, but an even one. Let's see. Becker wins. It was Becker and Wexler, and we knocked out Wexler, so it makes sense that Becker was the champion. Really glad to hold off Sharp there at the end. This could be big. Anybody gets caught. And Zoe Sharp does. That is big. Demoted 6 parts, completely out of the points, and Gonzalez up to 7th. That could be a race, a successful race for us. Gonzalez still in 1st. Costa now up to 2nd, just behind. Surikov 3rd. I mean, look at how close this is. Top 6 drivers still within 10 points. Okay, Steinman is closer than they were, but we gained on Panther and Scuderia. So, yeah, overall, because of that penalty to Sharp for being caught breaking the rules, we actually did gain very slightly in Vancouver. Still far from over. Steinman, Panther, and Scuderia all closer to us. But we definitely want to make sure that we hit one of the Steinman drivers for sure next race. And then, yeah, I'm not... really depends on the rest, how well they're doing. Still, that was looking like a bad day for us the whole day. It ended up being a decent day. Not a great day, but a decent day. Expect us to be 2nd. We came in 3rd. You're not happy. Deal with it. Still plus 1% from where he was. Okay. Marketability's down. Look at Costa's form. 3 out of 4 races have been 8.4 or higher. Average 18.3 or 8.3. And a 5.9 for Gonzalez is quality. Has been solid, really good in Milan, bad in Ardennes, poor in Ardennes, and then Phoenix and Vancouver solid. 6th or 7th the last 3 races. And first race that Costa hasn't been on the podium. Still not bad. And we get our rear wing in. We'll want to take a look at that next time. 4 races to go. We've got, continuing, we've got a solid lead, but we're not running away with this. I have a feeling this could come down to the last race. It just doesn't feel like we can pull away. Our car is gradually getting better, but our drivers are only average. Other teams probably working out their reliability issues. I don't know. Pretty confident winning, but it's far from assured. So, off to Asia, Singapore next time. Until then, thanks for watching. More Motorsport Manager coming up soon.